All right, let's just do it, man. Let's just get right down to business. Call the hotline. Give me your thoughts on the Sixers Celtics game, 484-831-8655. We'll respond to your calls tomorrow on Lunchtime Live. Hit the like button, even if you absolutely hate what you just watched from the Philadelphia 76ers. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And thank you to everyone that came through the playback room. We had a lot of people in the playback room, playback.tv/runningbackphilly. Download the app on iPhone and on Android. And join us for every single Sixers game. All right. Sixers lose to the Boston Celtics without Jaylen Brown, without Kristaps Porzingis. Jayson Tatum didn't have like a super dominant game. It's not like he dropped 50 on us or something. The guy that actually cooked the hell out of us was Dereck White. Again, Dereck White. I can't get this bald-headed mother out of my life, man. It just hurt. It hurts so much more for a guy that looks like he has a bald cap from a movie prop. Is the guy that shreds you. All jokes aside, without making fun of Dereck White's bald head, he just doesn't miss against the Sixers, man. He doesn't miss against us. Every single time we make a run, every single time we cut the game close, Dereck White makes a shot. Whether it's a three, whether it's a drive, whether it's a floater, whether it's probably a turnaround hook shot, it doesn't matter what it is, it's going in. So that's what happened. I don't want to make excuses. Second night of a back-to-back. We fought hard against the Pacers last night, but the Celtics were missing two starters. We are desperately missing two role players. Like, let's not act like, that was the thing that annoyed me too about the ESPN broadcast. All Doris Burke kept saying was, the Celtics without two starters go into Philly and beat a good team on the road. I'm like, what? Why are you not going to mention that we had a dude who's our most important role player get hit by a damn car? At least that's what he said. Police are saying something else now. And we don't have Nick Batum, who's out again for personal reasons. And we figured out in the playback chat just by doing some conspiracy theory groupthink that his wife wants him to retire. And the personal reasons are, he had to take his wife on a date to make her happy. That's probably not what happened. And I hope everything's okay with Nick Batum. But we are down two important players too. And the Sixers bench without those two guys in the lineup is very bad. Last night, the bench scored 6 points. I didn't look at the box score after this game. I just hit record, but I don't feel like they scored a lot. Maxey and Embiid had bad shooting nights each. The Celtics had a good game plan. Drew Holiday is an absolute monster of an on-ball defender. He's a big, strong point guard. He basically took Maxey completely out of the game. I mean, going around screens, getting back, fighting around screens. He made Maxey work. Maxey got double teamed outside of the 3-point line a lot of times, just like last night in Indiana. And again, you got to love the respect that Tyrese Maxey's getting from these NBA teams after dropping a 50 piece in Indiana. He's now getting double teamed and they're forcing him to get rid of the ball. I thought he wasn't very aggressive in the first half. There was two drives early in the game where he had what probably would have been an open layup and he kicked it out for three, and they hit the shots, but I just didn't like the plays. I didn't like the mentality from Maxey early, just being way too passive. I know we want him to be a point guard. We want him to be a facilitator, but in a game like this, when the bench is going to be struggling, we need you to show up. We need you to do something major to beat the Boston Celtics when you're out two guys and he only had 15 shot attempts in the total in the whole game, and that's just the Celtics defense and mainly Drew Holiday taking Tyrese Maxey pretty much completely out of the game. Joel Embiid, on the other hand, I thought he should have had a better game. It is the second night of a back-to-back. He said last night the hip was sore. He wasn't moving as good as he usually does, and that he was questionable for this game. We didn't even think he was going to play in this game. He played. Didn't play great. Only got up 16 shot attempts, 8 for 16. Him and Maxey each had 20. You're going to need more than 20 from both of those guys to beat the Celtics, especially when you're out a couple guys. Just not a good game for Maxey or Embiid shooting wise. And Embiid was, he was pretty bad, honestly. He was a minus 25. The plus minus has a lot to do with the lineups that are out there. Some of those lineups were just so bad. They were like borderline unbelievable. But, who do you have? I do think that Nick Nurse was just kind of experimenting with certain lineups in this game. He was like, listen, second night of a back-to-back, whatever. It's November. I'm going to try some things. I'm going to see what works and what doesn't. The lineup that he ran at the end of the first quarter, I think you found your answer, Nick. That one's a no. That one's a big no. The lineup that got ran on at the end of the first quarter was Joel Embiid, Furkan Korkmaz, Marcus Morris Sr., Daniel House Jr., and Patrick Beverley. That's a very bad lineup. And the Celtics finished the first quarter on a 28-7 run to go up 17 points. The second quarter, we made a run. We made a comeback, and we actually took the lead and ended up leading in the third quarter of this game. But that first quarter was really bad. Drew Holiday was just posting up our point guards one by one. We weren't doing really anything to stop it. Tyrese Maxey, DeAnthony Melton, whoever else. Drew Holiday's just too big, too strong for point guards to guard him in the post. And we came back, we made a run, but we definitely missed Oubre and Batum in this game. And I just thought, Furkan and Daniel House being in the first quarter was like, whoa, what's going on here? Nurse then went with Jaden Springer, who actually had I didn't look at his stats either, but I'll say his best game of the season. Actually, he had 9 points. He was 4 for 5, 1 for 1 from 3, but I just thought he was playing super hard. He had a really nice drive and finish on the baseline where it really bodied Dereck White shoulder in the chest and just finished right through him. I like that. He hit a 3 from the corner. He had a steal on Jayson Tatum in an ISO situation and a fast break reverse dunk and screamed in his face. I loved the aggression from Jaden Springer. Actually, Jaden Springer is the only person I like, the only player I liked in this game. The only player that I liked in this game is Jaden Springer. And just now that I looked at the stat sheet, Jaden Springer was a plus 20. So if we could take something positive away from this game, is that Jaden Springer so far in this NBA season has not looked like much of an NBA player. And tonight, he looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident, and got some things going and really affected the game, according to the plus minus, more than anybody else did. So, I'm happy for Jaden Springer for that. Maybe that'll kind of bring him out of his shell and get a little bit more confidence, get a little bit more confidence in him. And, maybe he'll become a high-level role player for the Sixers for the rest of the season. Who knows? What else, man? DeAnthony Melton got his shot back a little bit. Again, last night he dropped 30. Tonight he had 16, but he was 5 for 10, but he was 5 for 6 from 3. That's a good sign. That's like 90% from 3. He looked like he couldn't miss. And I said it's a make or miss league. You're going to get these. DeAnthony Melton was shooting like 25% for the first couple games of the season. Everybody hated him. I was like, wait till he gets back to that 40-50% range. Everybody will love him again. But at the end of the day, man, we didn't play good defense. We didn't rotate out on shooters. Al Horford was left wide open way too many times. He was 4 for 8 from 3. Jayson Tatum finished with 29. We kept giving him ISO situations. We weren't doing anything to really adjust to him at all. He hit a turnaround fadeaways on Tobias a million times. He hit turnaround fadeaways on whoever was guarding him. He was 4 for 10 from 3. Dereck White absolutely shredded us. He had 27 points. I just thought we didn't rotate as fast as we looked in the first couple of games defensively. We gave up some offensive rebounds. Luke Cornett had a run in like the third quarter where it looked like he was dominating us. I'm like, can we box out Luke Cornett, please? Yeah, it wasn't a good one, man. It wasn't a good one. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Honestly, I'm getting kind of sick and I don't feel too good. But I figured I would do this video before I get up out of here. Sixers lose to the Celtics. They dropped 2 in a row. Yeah, and we knew it was coming. You know what I mean? I said you're gonna have highs and lows throughout a season. They looked so good at the beginning of the season. Then they go through some adversity. They lose Kelly Oubre to whatever happened. They lose Nick Batum to some personal reasons. They're facing adversity right now. We're facing adversity right now, and tonight the leaders of the team did not come through, and we take another L. So you let me know, man. Do you care? Are you panicking? Is it time to worry? What do you think? Call the hotline, 484-831-8655. Give me your thoughts. Are you worried right now about the Sixers team? Let me know, man. It's a long season, but this was not a good one. I'll see you guys soon, man. Peace.